As a kid, I always loved fishing, grew up fishing and spending time on the waters, both in the summer and the winter, and always had a curiosity for, what goes on underneath the surface. Mid-July 2023 is when I started my YouTube channel, Maine Freshwater Exploration Going Deep, and I've been uploading videos on that ever since. I try to go along with the seasons and what's happening in the waterways in the state, so whether that's springtime spawning with different fish, smelt runs, stuff like that. And then of course we're in the fall now, so a lot of our cold water game fish are spawning, so I look to target those and visit different places like that would have that available. It amazes me sometimes just how much is happening underneath the surface of the water that could be just feet away, but you don't necessarily see it. I know a lot of the different lakes that I've been to that have a real rocky shoreline. I'll be amazed at how just, you get 10 to 20 feet down, how it just changes to a silty, soft bottom, where I always had thought, it'd be nothing but rocks all the way out. And that was probably one of the biggest surprises to me, was just how much the lake or river bottom can vary from area to area, and just all the different structures and formations that appear underwater that nobody ever really would get to see. I saw some really cool ones in Sebago where there was some really sheer, almost cliffs about 100 feet underwater that were almost bright white underneath the lights, and were just extremely interesting and cool to see. Something that probably not, very many people have ever seen. And I enjoy being able to find stuff like that and share it. One of the really cool things that I came across this summer was I had a subscriber to my YouTube channel reach out to me in regards to coming down to Green Lake in Ellsworth to have a look to see if we could find a pair of sunglasses that had been lost in the water over the summer. I agreed and came down, and he brought me out on his boat. And within a few seconds of searching, the area was in around 110 feet of water. I got down to the bottom and I happened upon an Arctic char, which is a rare fish anyways in the state of Maine, but is something that is not seen very often in Green Lake. So today we're back at Green Lake. We'll be going out with fisheries biologist Jake Scoville, and we're going to be out seeing if we can replicate what occurred a few weeks ago when I was out here to the lake, and see if we can drop down and find some Arctic char.
Char have been present in the lake since we've been doing inland fish surveys since around the turn of the century, about 1900. So we've known Arctic char to inhabit at Green, but they're kind of like a needle in the haystack. They're very small, usually less than 6 inches or right around that when people encounter them, or we have encountered them. Inland Fisheries and Wildlife have tried to come up with a way to monitor that population, and it's proven to be difficult. And we have had some success, limited success with different types of nets. And yeah, it's been hard. It's been tough to monitor them. So basically, when we saw the footage that Jason got, it was again finding the needle in the haystack, where he just dropped down and instantly saw a char, where we've had to set hundreds of feet of net to find one. So it kind of opened our eyes to maybe there's a few more out there than we might realize, but it kind of it brings it full circle to where our department and this region is going to be exploring ways to help monitor that population into the future, and maybe this drone work that's being done by Jason could help us pinpoint locations to sample those fish.
The drone that I use is it's from QC. It's a 5-fish V6 Expert. It has a 200-meter tether. It hooks right directly to the unit, is on a big spool, and then the controller I use, which is basically a video game controller, is how I manipulate and maneuver the drone through the water.
There's a char.
Nice.
Doesn't want to move. It's very small. almost positive.
Yep.
Yeah, gotta be. Pointed nose.
Awesome.
It's crazy.
The last time we were successful at getting a sample of char was in 2019, and we were able to age those fish with their otoliths, which is their ear bones, and a couple of those fish that we were actually successful at aging aged to be about like 8 to 10 years old, somewhere right in there, maybe even 9, which is incredible because a fish that's living at 120 feet is 9 years old at 5 inches long. So very cool. Besides being able to go down and actually visually see them in their natural habitat and what they're doing, that's honestly, being in a place where you can't dive or other things, you just don't get that insight to visualize it. It's definitely a very neat technology that we're going to be trying to use and exploring in the future.
The more that I explore the different lakes and ponds and find different things, the more curious that I get, and the more I look to find, continue searching around and seeing what other things that I can find and share with everyone.